see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals, and it's all up next.
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Hewitt. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Prater ready to get this one going. And away we go in Glendale. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game. You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now, after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Walker hauls it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Walker running to the right. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 46. Delivered to the sideline, Smith and Jigba brings it in. Third and just 2 to go. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That one gains 7. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Another try following the sack. He rolls to his right. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush, because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. From the gun, Smith. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Trying for it, it's Walker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Walker, ball carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down,
A quarter down,
Seahawks.
3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Vacates quickly left side. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Toss play. This is Walker. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass. And the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. They go play action. Here's Smith. Flushed out of the pocket. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket can be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Smith in the pistol. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Tyler Lockett, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. DJ Dallas now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
Well, we've had to wait until the 2nd quarter to finally see him and his offense out there. And we're going to see what they have in them here, Kate, in a hurry. Down a touchdown with how long they've been sitting over there. I know the feeling. You're chomping at the bit and likely going to be pretty aggressive with the football.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Kyler starting off with a throw. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Cardinals first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And he's brought down for a loss. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. The Cardinals trailing on the scoreboard. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Murray. McBride hauls it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. 1st and 10, Murray. That one's complete, right side. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Makes the connection to James Conner. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. Third down coming. Taken in by Harrison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for second down. Back to the air, Murray. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And that brings up 4th and short.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
McManus sends it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half. Back to throw it. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. That brings us to the break, and it's the Seahawks taking a lead into that visiting locker room. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Ewing.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Now he gets set to see the Cardinal offense for the second time. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running to start this drive with Connor. Jukes one defender. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. It's Connor again. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Right back to Connor. Past midfield to the 45. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Connor. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought down on the play by Uchenna Nwosu. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Connor here from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Connor trying the right side. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. They kick the running back in motion. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Has it in close. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Connor. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Cardinals take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a James Conner touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Matt Prater for the point after try. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3. Now Prater on to send it away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense running out now. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's got a gain of 6 there. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 4. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling a preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
3rd and just 2 to go. He'll give up the gut to Walker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They motion the tight end over. They'll go with Walker on the counter. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Staying with Walker. And he's going to be bottled up after taking it down to the 43. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
On 3rd down, Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. Now this is a beauty of a kick. Gets headed out of bounds, no chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
First down carry for Connor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back to throw, Murray. Gets this one to Harrison. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here's Connor on the option. Broke through the tackle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Cardinals holding on to a field goal lead. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Connor on the inside give. Nice seam in the defense as he crosses the 45. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. They're now set for 1st and 10. Carry here for Connor. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Second and 3 now. Running this with Connor. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
2nd down. Probably going to see him kneel it again here. On 2nd down, a run with Connor. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. He'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Matt Prater for the Cardinal field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
The kick is good. He got it. And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal. So the Cardinals pick up the win in this one. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.